Hey guys, and welcome back to Golf News Now. I'm your host, Michael, and we've got an exciting new episode for you today. Thanks for taking the time to view it. Now, we've got the new episode about the disturbing relationship between the Chinese government, the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party, and the PGA Tour. Now, you would think with a lot that's been said recently with the LIV Golf versus PGA Tour drama, that the PGA Tour wouldn't be associating with countries with bad human rights records, but that's not the case. They do a lot of business with China, and we're here to expose all of that. Now, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, go ahead and help us out. We're still growing, and we could use your support. Now, you're going to find stories like this at our channel. Golf news you're not going to find anywhere else. This channel was created because there's so much bias and there's so much of an agenda in the mainstream golf world. We wanted to bring a channel that has no agenda other than truth and factual information, and you guys can decide what you want to do with that. All right, let's get into the video. So as far as we know, the relationship between the Chinese government and the PGA Tour starts in about 2014 with the creation of the PGA Tour Series China. It's a developmental league with 14 different events in China that helps develop young players in their career. Now, it's a very lucrative deal for the PGA Tour, and not only does the PGA Tour make millions off this developmental league every year, but some with insider knowledge of the deal suggested that the Chinese government actually initiated the deal and made lofty promises to the PGA Tour about all the financial rewards that would happen if they chose China as the spot for one of the developmental series. It definitely seems there was something fishy about why the PGA Tour initially chose China as the spot for its developmental series, and maybe there were kickbacks, or those are just unbacked allegations. But what we do know is in 2018 the PGA Tour took their relationship with the Communist government of China to the next level and actually sold day-to-day operations of PGA Tour Series China to a Communist Party backed sports agency group out of Shanghai, China. Now, they sold their rights for $45 million, and that payment was received from Yao Capital, another Communist Party-backed capital firm in Shanghai. It was actually created by Yao Ming, the former center for the Houston Rockets, who played in the NBA for years. Anyways, his capital firm and the chairman that sits on that capital firm is actually another advisor for the Communist Party of China. So their fingerprints are all over this deal. Now, why the PGA Tour thought it would be a good idea to sell day-to-day operation to more or less the Chinese government, I don't know. Why are they trying to enhance the Chinese government's prestige around the world? I guess everybody's got their price. Now, if that wasn't bad enough that you're in bed with a communist regime that has a horrible human rights record, and you're actually doing a service to actually give them credibility on the world stage, they took it another step when the PGA Tour, who is a nonprofit, they pay zero taxes to the U.S. government. And over the history of the PGA Tour, that's saved them millions of dollars. Now, them being a nonprofit, they have to fulfill a certain obligation to the IRS, which is called a 990 form, and it's a financial disclosure document. Now, on this 990 form, the PGA Tour should have put the financial dealings with the Chinese government and this deal that went on. They never did. And when a conservative watchdog group grilled them and tried to get the IRS to actually audit the PGA Tour about this issue, the PGA Tour revealed that they had created a shell corporation in Beijing to handle this deal and this deal only, so that technically they were under no obligation to let the U.S. government know that they did this deal and had sold rights to the Chinese government. Now, if that's not suspicious, I don't know what is. What you're currently watching is treatment no human being should ever have to endure, especially a human being that's only guilty of having the wrong religion in the wrong country. This is what the Chinese government does to the Uyghur Muslims. They forcibly remove them from their homes, put them on trains where their heads are shaven, they're blindfolded, chained together. Once they get to their re-education camp, they're forced sterilized. So these will be the last generations of Uyghur Muslims in China. It's a genocide without firing a bullet. Now, it all starts to make sense why you would create a shell corp in Beijing and try to skirt any responsibility when you're in bed with a country like this. You want to talk about blood money? I'll show you blood money.
We're running a business. And when you're running a business, you're going to generate as much revenue as you possibly can.
When you hear clips from Jay Monahan, the PGA Tour commissioner, like you just heard, it all starts to make sense. This has nothing to do with human rights. This has everything to do with maximizing profits. And if a business deal with China is a really good way to maximize profits, they're going to do it. They're not going to let human rights stand in their way. That's why it's really funny in the recent arguments against LIV Golf that they've brought up human rights as a big issue for them. That's a really empty argument when you think about all their connections with China and the million Uyghurs that are in concentration camps as we speak. It's empty and has nothing to do with human rights. This is money. This is corporation greed. And in light of that, I would like the PGA Tour audited. They need to be audited due to their relationship with the Chinese government. And the Chinese government is guilty of a lot more than their relationship with the PGA Tour. They have corporate espionage charges where they've stolen millions in proprietary technology from American companies. They've done the same thing to the United States military. And like I said, there's 1 million Uyghurs in concentration camps as I speak. I don't need to see anything else, even though the list is a laundry list of different human rights abuses. Now, with all that being said, it's time that the PGA Tour starts paying its tax money to the U.S. government. Just like the NFL, they had a nonprofit status for a long time and they gave it up. They relinquished that and are now paying taxes to the U.S. government. And it is time the PGA Tour loses their nonprofit status due to their shady behavior with an adversary of the United States government. Now, what do you think? Do you think I'm way off? Do you think I'm just blowing this out of proportion? Let me know. With everything going on with Russia and their relationship with China on a world stage as we speak, I don't think I'm blowing it out of proportion. And I think given everything going on, it's even more important that we know what links the Chinese government has with all American companies. Let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments. We're going to have more videos just like this. Videos you are not going to find on mainstream golf news. We have no agenda here. Like I said, all we are about is the truth. We will be back soon with more videos. Love you guys.